Triple jump. So, first of all, the students will come and meet on the sort of flat grass by, let's say, south of the basketball court, but east of the wooden bench there. It's kind of the only place I found that's a little bit flat. And I'd start with a warm-up, except for the second group is usually all warmed up. They've come from the distance run. So at the warm-up, I might choose one of the students or a couple of students to lead the warm-up and stretch their legs and do some jumping. And then I practice having them chant strong, other, both. So they do it over and over, and we go say it loud and quiet, and they memorize it, and so they're going crazy saying it and laughing. And once they've done that, we go to the next part. So I talk to the kids about what is triple jump, and yes, they know it's 3 jumps. And so we talk about how when you run up to the takeoff board, and the rules say you have to land on it but not over it. You can be behind it, but your toes can't go over it. And you want to land there with your strong leg. So usually right-handed people use their right leg or foot and left the left, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever's strong, that's the one you choose. And when you get there, you're going to say strong, and then you're going to say other because you're going to hop onto the other foot, and finally you're going to say both because you have to land on both feet. And typically you're shoulder width apart, but I wouldn't worry about that so much at the beginning. Okay, so first of all, on this grassy area, I talk to the kids about safety because we're here to practice the steps and not about trying to go a great distance or to go high, because if you do that, you'll slip and fall. And as much as I tell kids that, usually there's somebody who still doesn't listen to me and thinks they have to jump far. So we're here to learn the steps only. When it comes to triple jump, if you don't get the steps right, you don't get it marked, it doesn't count. So we've got to get the steps right. So kids are in 3 lines like the X's in the diagram, and what they're going to do is they're going to do a slow run up to the red hula hoop, and they're going to try and get their strong leg to land in the red one. And they're saying in their head strong. Then they think other, and they switch to their other leg for the blue hula hoop. And finally both go into the black hula hoop. Once they've done the 3 steps, they go around the outside and get back into their lineup and stay out of the way of the other kids. Alright, so I try and get them to say it as they're doing it as much as they're able. Some kids can't do that, but at least they're thinking it. So strong in the red, other in the blue, both in the X or in the black. Next, I would stop the kids, tell them they're amazing, they're doing so great that you're going to start taking some hula hoops away. And so I would start with taking away the end ones here. And so now the kids can run up, they go for strong, other, and then they do the both on their own without the hula hoop. Some of the kids will try and jump really far here, and then they'll slip, but that's okay because they're doing well, and nobody's ever have to worry. And then once they're done, they go back around and get into line again and keep practicing. Once you think they're pretty good at that, you can stop them again. Oh, you guys are so great. We're going to take up the next ones. And so they can now have a turn, and so they've got their strong, and then they do other both on their own. Oh, you guys are so fantastic. Let's get rid of all the hula hoops. Can you do it on your own now? So then they run up and they do all 3 steps on their own. Do it for a bit, get really good at it. Okay, you guys have made it, so now we can actually go to the pit to practice. So when the kids go to the pit, they're going to go they have to run to the far side of the jumping pit because the long jumpers have been there and have had some practice and some jumps. So it's usually about halfway through the rotation time about this point. So I have the kids go line up, and I put the cone to mark where the takeoff is. So for the younger kids, there's 3 boards that lead up to the triple jump. So the younger kids go off the closest one, and the older kids go off the second one, and they're really, really strong. Grade 7s will go off the furthest one. And so you can let the kids start having turns. The triple jumpers are on the side closest, I guess what you'd say the closest to the fence that's along the side there, and the long jumpers are lined up beside them, closer to the school side. And so in the past we've done where one triple jumper has a turn and then one long jumper has a turn, and we alternate back and forth. We had to start that last year when they they paved that run up area so that there's one run up instead of two. So it seems to work okay. They don't get quite as much practice, but alternating with the long jumpers. And with any luck, you might have a student who's sitting who might be raking for you, which is really great. And then you can decide if you want to put popsicle sticks down to mark distance. And the older kids usually like that, and they like a little bit of competition. But I'm not sure if it's boys and girls, you'll figure that out. But if the popsicle sticks are numbered, you can write on your clipboard the number and the name, and then at the end record, move them along as the kids progress. And if you don't want to do that, then leave that part out too. So then the kids will get some practice, and there isn't all that much time before you have to rotate again. There might be some questions about what to do if your takeoff foot is too far over the board. I don't spend a lot of time when I'm coaching the actual team, I do, but I would just tell the kids for the rotations that if your foot, put a little mark in the gravel where you start from, and if your foot is always going too far over or it's the wrong foot, then just step back a little bit from where you started last time and see if that works. It's just there's usually too many kids to really fine-tune it more than that. So usually the kids are pretty good at adjusting themselves, but if they're having trouble, then I just say mark it once. It doesn't need to be closer or further away. Okay. So what do you need to bring out when you go? You need the rake, and you can find it usually in the photocopy room. Go in the door and turn to the left. It's usually right in the corner there. We have a couple of them. There should be one for long jump and one for triple jump. You need the tape. Let's put in the tape measure. You'll need the. You can bring popsicle sticks. Popsicle sticks, and if you have numbered ones from running club or anything like that, those work. You'll need what else? Sorry, I can't keep writing. You'll need a clipboard. It's nice to record the kids who seem to be exceptional or really strong triple jumpers. It helps to encourage them to come out for a track. What else? You need the 3 sets of hula hoops. So I go with the smaller one. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 9 hula hoops. What else do you need? Let me think. Oh, it's nice to take out a cone so you can put it on the grass beside where the takeoff board is for the kids. I think the tape measure, you can usually find that. It should be in the drawer in the office by the counter there. And we've got a couple of those too. I think that's all. So hopefully this has been helpful, and have fun. Triple Jump's great. We're probably going to have the best team ever with you starting them off, Denise. Good job. We'll talk to you later. And send me any questions, and if this doesn't make sense at all, and I can keep going and try to do more. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.